Cozy Cloud Stories.
Hazel and the Harmony of the Whispering Forest. Deep in the heart of the whispering forest, where the sunlight danced through the leaves and a gentle breeze carried the sweet scent of wildflowers, a community of animals lived in harmony. There were squirrels chattering in the treetops, deer grazing peacefully in the meadows, and birds singing melodious tunes to wake the dawn. But among them all, the smallest and most curious creature was a little rabbit named Hazel. Hazel had soft, gray fur, big, bright eyes, and a heart that was braver than it seemed. She loved listening to the rustling leaves and learning the wisdom the forest shared in its whispers. One day, while hopping near the bubbling brook, Hazel overheard a group of squirrels speaking in hushed tones. "The Fox brothers are back," one whispered, her tail twitching nervously. "They're taking more than their share of the forest's food again." Hazel's ears perked up. The Fox brothers, Rufus and Rocco, were known for their sly ways and greed. They would snatch food from smaller animals, leaving the forest dwellers anxious and hungry. Most creatures preferred to stay silent, hoping the foxes would move on eventually. But this time, Hazel couldn't ignore the problem. "This isn't right," Hazel said aloud, startling the squirrels. "If we let them take whatever they want, we'll all suffer. Someone needs to stop them." The squirrels shook their heads. "But what can we do? They're bigger and stronger than us." Hazel didn't know the answer yet, but she felt a spark of determination. "If we work together, maybe we can find a way," she said. And with that, she bounded off to speak to her friend, Willow, the wise old owl. Willow lived in a towering oak tree at the edge of the forest. When Hazel explained the situation, the owl blinked her golden eyes thoughtfully. "You are right to want to act," Willow said in her soothing voice. "But standing up for what is right often takes courage and patience. Gather the others, and I will help you devise a plan." Hazel nodded eagerly and spent the next day visiting every burrow, nest, and den in the forest. She spoke to the chipmunks, the hedgehogs, the bluebirds, and even the shy badgers. At first, many animals hesitated, worried about what the Fox brothers might do in retaliation. But Hazel's passion and courage inspired them, and one by one, they agreed to join her. The animals gathered under Willow's oak tree that evening, their murmurs blending with the soft rustling of the leaves. The wise owl spread her wings and began to speak. "To protect our forest, we must show the Fox brothers that their greed is harming everyone," she said. "We will build a barrier around the food stores and leave a message, written in the soft mud near the stream. Hazel will deliver it." Hazel's heart thumped. Delivering the message meant facing Rufus and Rocco directly. But she nodded bravely. "I'll do it." Together, the animals worked through the night, weaving branches and brambles into a strong fence around the forest's shared food supplies. Willow guided them, and even the timid creatures found ways to help, carrying twigs or holding the fence steady. By sunrise, their work was done. Hazel took a deep breath and hopped to the stream where the Fox brothers often lounged. With her paw, she carefully wrote in the mud, "We stand together to protect our forest. Share kindly, or you'll face the consequences." Then she waited. When Rufus and Rocco arrived, their orange coats gleaming in the sunlight, they spotted Hazel immediately. The sight of the tiny rabbit made them laugh. "What's this?" Rufus sneered, reading the message. "A rabbit telling us what to do. That's amusing." "Move aside, little one, so we can get what we came for," Rocco growled. Hazel's legs trembled, but she didn't budge. "The forest belongs to everyone," she said firmly. "If you take more than your share, you'll leave others hungry. That's not fair." The Fox brothers exchanged a glance, their smiles fading. "And what if we don't care?" Rufus said, stepping closer. Before Hazel could answer, a rustling sound came from the bushes. One by one, animals emerged from the shadows. Deer with their antlers held high, squirrels perched on branches, and birds circling overhead. Even the badgers lumbered forward, growling softly. "We stand with Hazel," said a stag, his deep voice echoing through the forest. "If you want to take what doesn't belong to you, you'll have to face us all." The Fox brothers froze. They were cunning, but they weren't foolish. Outnumbered and outmatched, they backed away slowly. "Fine," Rufus grumbled. "Keep your food. We'll find our own." Rocco growled in agreement, and the two slunk off into the trees. The forest erupted in cheers, and Hazel felt warmth spread through her chest. They had done it together. In the days that followed, the forest thrived as never before. Animals shared resources freely, and the food supplies flourished under their collective care. The Fox brothers, though still sly, learned to fend for themselves without disrupting the harmony of the forest. One quiet evening, as the sun set and painted the sky in hues of orange and pink, Hazel sat beneath Willow's oak tree. The wise owl landed beside her, her feathers glowing in the soft light. "You were brave, little one," Willow said, her voice a gentle hum. "And because of your courage, the forest is at peace." Hazel smiled, her heart full of contentment. As the first stars twinkled in the sky, the forest settled into a serene hush, and Hazel curled up in her cozy burrow. The whispers of the leaves sang her to sleep, reminding her and all the creatures of the whispering forest of an important truth. Standing up for what's right may not always be easy, but it brings harmony and hope to all. Thank you for watching this story. Take a moment to reflect on how you can make positive changes in your life. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more.